The release of iOS 18 is just around the corner, or at least the first developer beta, and this is good news for anyone that has any form of Apple device, because if you want to try out the latest and greatest features offered by software from Apple before they come out to the public later on in the year, well, you can do that. It's very important to keep in mind that if you decide to update your device to the latest iOS 18 betas without taking precautions and you do it the wrong way, you could lose all your data that's on your device, and worst case scenario, you could completely brick out your device. Thankfully, this is my job and I've been doing this for 5 years, and I've put 5 important safety steps that every iPhone user that's attempting to update their device needs to follow in order to make sure that this process goes as smooth and seamless as possible. The first safety step that you want to follow is not to install the initial betas of iOS 18 on your main device. You want to go ahead and install these updates on a secondary or backup device, one that you don't use on a daily. And the reason you want to do this is because the first initial updates tend to be buggy, and most applications, including ones that are for banking or crucial apps, aren't optimized yet. So this is a crucial and very important first step. Step number 2 that you want to follow is to remove any old iOS 16 or older beta profiles that might be on your device. Last year with iOS 17, we actually didn't get beta profiles to be able to update our devices. There was a new and updated method, same as this year. So if you haven't updated your device in a long time and you're still using it, you want to go ahead and remove any previous iOS 16 or older profiles that might have some sort of control over your device. So you go to settings and then you want to go to general, and if you go all the way down to where it says VPN and device management right there, besides your VPN, if you see any other profiles that are related to iOS, then you want to go ahead and delete those. In doing this, keep in mind that if you have an organization issued device like for work or school, then you might not have the privilege or the authorization to do this. So in that case, you would need to check with your systems admin or your IT department in order to give you clearance to do this. After deleting the profile, what I advise you do is to then restart your device. You can always press volume up and volume down and then press and hold the power button and swipe and restart your device to give it a fresh restart without the previous profile that used to have some sort of authority over the device. The fourth safety step that you want to follow is to make sure you back up your device. Now on the iPhone, there's multiple ways you can back up your data. You can do this pretty simply on the iPhone by using iCloud, which you find by going into your settings and then go to your Apple ID. Right here you can see we have iCloud, and if you go down a little bit you see we have iCloud backup, and if you click on your backup you can see you have the ability to back up your device right now. So click backup and then it will begin the backup process, just to make sure that you have a backup in case you need to restore your data. Another pretty common way people back up their device is using Finder if you have a MacBook or Mac device, or if you have a Windows device then you can use iTunes to be able to do this. This is a typical example that I'm showing you here using an iPhone, and we're going to be using Finder because I have a MacBook. So you will need your device to be connected to your Mac, either using the Lightning connector, or if your iPhone has USB-C, you will need to connect it to the USB-C device. So right now you need to make sure your iPhone is unlocked and then connect it to your device just like this. Now, if this is the first time that you're going to be connecting the two devices, then it will prompt you to allow access. So you want to go ahead and do that. Once you connect your device to your Windows computer through iTunes or Finder on Mac like this pop-up screen that you see here will show up, allow accessory to connect, and then click allow. And now if you look under this locations tab, we have the iPhone that just popped up. And if you click on the iPhone, you now need to trust your device, and there is a pop-up on the iPhone as well. You can see right there the iPhone is asking us whether we want to go ahead and trust this device. So you want to go ahead and click trust, or you can click trust on your Mac just like this and it will do the same as well, and trust on your device. And now you need to put your passcode on your iPhone so that it knows that you are the owner. And now you can see your iPhone has loaded up. If your device hasn't connected to your Mac or your iTunes, then you see it will synchronize for a bit, and then now you have the ability to back up your device by clicking backup, and then you choose what you want to back up and click where it says backup, and then it will create a backup of your device. The last safety step is to make sure that your device is charged up to a reasonable percentage. If you have a device that has a very low battery maximum health capacity, then you definitely need to charge it up to a higher percentage. Or what's even better than that is to make sure that your device is connected to the charger through the whole update and download process. Then this way you don't have to worry about your device running out of battery, which could be detrimental and actually break your device. With those 5 important safety steps out of the way, this is how you're going to update your device to the latest iOS 18 betas. You won't actually need a public beta profile or developer beta profile, but you will need an account of the two. The first type of account that you might want to create is called a developer account. You can create this using the website, or like this way that I'm demonstrating, you can create this using this developer application. You can download it from the Apple App Store if you don't have it already. Once downloaded, open the developer app, and you want to go ahead and go to where it says account right here. If you haven't created an account before, then you want to go ahead and click where it says sign up. And once you've created an account, you might see a pop-up screen or come to a screen that has a button that says click to enroll today. But that's not necessary if you're just going to be trying out the betas only. If you want to submit applications to the App Store, then you can click enroll. But just for the purposes of testing iOS 18 betas, you don't have to click enroll. Now, just to enlighten you, you can see here on the Apple developer website, there's 2 types of developer accounts. So the one that we just created is this one that says sign in with your Apple ID. But if you want, there's a Apple developer program, which is for people that usually create applications and software and submit to Apple. But you can see this one here is free. So you see there, it's free, but the one that is on this side, which is the Apple developer program, you have to pay $99 per year, and it's renewed annually. But for the purposes of iOS 18, you can see that operating system beta releases are actually free. So all you need to do is sign in with your Apple ID like I showed you using the developer application. Alternatively, if you don't want to use the developer application, open the browser of your choice, and then you want to go to this website, developer.apple.com. You can see it right there. This is safe and is officially from Apple. Open the website, and once you're on the site, it will look something like this. And you want to go ahead in the top left corner, click the 2 dots and go to where it says account. Now I'll just click where it says account right here, and you can see here it's prompting me to sign in with my Apple developer account. Or if you don't have one, you want to go to where it says create yours now, and once you can create your account here using your Apple ID, then you will come up to a screen that says click enroll today. You don't have to click enroll as long as you've created an account and you've signed in. There's no need to do any other further step. Now what you want to do on your device is go into settings and then go to general, and then go to where it says software update right here. If you are still testing previous iOS 17 betas, you will see a screen that looks like this, and you want to go ahead and click from that and go to iOS 18 betas, and you will see the developer beta since you created a developer account. If you didn't see the iOS 18 betas after you pop up this screen and you've signed in with your developer account, you want to click on beta updates where it says off, and then go back and restart your device. And then after restarting your device, go into settings and go to software update, and this time around go to where it says beta updates, and then iOS 18 betas will show up as the developer beta. At this point in time, this is just a demo to guide you as to what to do when the update is officially available. This developer account method that I'm showing you right now is the first way that you can download iOS 18 or similarly iPadOS 18 developer betas to your device. However, there is a second and somewhat safe way to be able to update or experience iOS 18 18 betas, and it's found by creating not a developer beta, but as you can see here, an Apple public beta account. So you can find this by going to this website, beta.apple.com, and once you've opened up the website, you can see here it will have loaded up or pre-populated iOS 18 and iPadOS 18 and all the latest software updates here. And what you want to do is sign up if you don't have an account, or if you have an account already, you want to go ahead and click where it says sign in. Once you've signed up, the next thing you want to go ahead and do is go into your settings and then go to software update and go to where it says beta updates and click there and select iOS 18 public betas. Or if you don't see this, you want to click beta updates off and then go back and restart your device and then come back to this page and go to where it says beta updates, and you should be able to see iOS 18 public betas. Something to keep in mind is that using the public beta method to download your iOS 18 betas is somewhat of a safe method, because public betas are released about 1 month to about 6 weeks after the first developer beta. So the public beta comes out later, but at the same time, the developer betas, since they come out first, they usually tend to have the most bugs and issues that are software related. And by the time the first public beta comes out, it's not 100% polished, but it's way better than the first developer beta that comes out initially when the iOS 18 betas are released. The exact time these betas are going to be released was actually updated recently by Apple. So the keynote or the stream is going to begin exactly at 10 a.m. Pacific time. If you want to know what time this will be in your country or region, you can always add this to your calendar and it will automatically arrange it to your time zone. When it comes to the actual software updates themselves, they are going to become available at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on June 10. And again, if you want to know the exact time, you can always add this to your calendar to be able to tell the exact time to the minute and second. So that's how you're going to basically be updating to iOS 18, the first developer beta. Or if you choose the public beta account, then you can use the public beta method. Do keep in mind the 5 important safety steps highlighted at the beginning of this video, as if you update your device in the wrong way, or you run out of juice, or something happens and you can't recover your data, or worst case scenario, you do it the wrong way, you could break your device. So that's about it for me. I'll be testing iOS 18 from the first beta up to the initial release just before the iPhone's 16 series come out. So if that's a journey that you want to see here or you want to follow along, then definitely hit that like and support the channel and subscribe so that you don't miss out. Peace.